and welcome to the Beauty Know-It-All. Today I thought I'd talk about acne and breakouts, and I'm quite lucky I only have them occasionally, which is why I've got a mini Beauty Know-It-All. My gorgeous niece Simone, who's 26, so is at the forefront of battling breakouts pretty much every day. So let's start with my 3 on-the-spot products if you get the occasional breakout, no matter where they are on your body, and then we'll go on to Simone's preventative products. So Neostrata 15% salicylic acid is quite a hardcore product. I got it from a Spanish pharmacy, you can get it online. It's very liquid and it's 15% salicylic acid. Salicylic acid is the gold standard ingredient for breakouts, unclogs pores, brilliant for comedogenic acne. It's quite liquid though, so be careful. I use this on my body. And then I use 2 on my face. I've got my brilliant Clinique anti-blemish solutions, which is a salicylic acid, more gentle, and a gel, so it stays in place on occasional breakouts. I had a huge one here recently. I was like a cyclops, it was not good. I was detoxing, but I'm not really sure. I think I did it doing a downward dog and I fell on my forehead on a yoga mat and caught heaven knows what. Anyway, and finally, Beekamin's Bio-Maple Glycolic 10. That's a glycolic, which is a smaller molecule that gets deeper in the skin. It's pretty hardcore, beware. It comes in like a little sort of salt and pepper shaker top. It's very liquid though, so if you put it on your body and it runs, or put it on your face and runs, it can burn if left on overnight. But they are my 3 on-the-spot products. You go.
So,
you pretty much suffer from
combination
consistent breakouts though, which I think are a result of wearing too much makeup. Well, that just makes me an old grump. So what do I know?
Well, I think it is just, I'm probably always battling. Sometimes it's worse than others, but recently, especially within the last couple of years, strangely, it's almost like a constant
battle.
I can't really remember having completely clear skin, but it is currently the best it's been in about a year. So I was really struggling for a while there until I found some magic products. So I kind of think one of the best things I've been using is this from Paula's Choice Skin Perfecting BHA liquid, and it's 2% salicylic acid. So in comparison to where you're using 15%, my skin can't take that. If I've definitely suffered with putting too much on my skin and then it over
sheds,
having
becomes
a freak out
sensitized,
basic, and then getting weird dry patches.
And I think you've used glycolic in the past, but I think salicylic is, if you've got sensitive skin prone to outbreaks, you put this on every night on clean, freshly cleansed skin, the way you would a normal acid toner. And I think that's brilliant for sensitive skin and breakouts.
You also said as well not to then put a moisturiser or something on afterwards. So then when I go to sleep, just put it on and just leave it to do its work.
It's magic. And also, like I said, you don't need it all over your face. You don't really get breakouts on your cheeks. You're literally a T-zone person. So here, tiny bit here, and mainly your forehead. And then you like the body. I love the body product from that range as well. So
as well as suffering from breakouts on my face, I also suffer from them primarily on my back and occasionally on my chest. And you gave me this product also from Paula's Choice, which is the exfoliating body spray. And this is great because I have tried to use things in the past and it's really hard to reach. And this, because it's a spray, you can get it in all the nooks and crannies that it needs to, and it's really great. You can feel it doing its work for sure. This one is...
Kendall Jenner posted a really interesting thing on Twitter recently where she said that her dermatologist was convinced that her back problems, her bacne, was caused by her conditioner, because conditioner is designed to cling to keratin, and you have your hair is made of keratin and so is your skin. And conditioner is obviously really rich, really conditioning, often quite oil based, and so it has a tendency to clog pores. So one thing to do, I think, is to use that, but the other thing to do is rinse your hair. Either wash and condition your hair, which goes completely the wrong way around, and then wash your body.
I do that now.
Or rinse your hair down the side and then wash your back afterwards. And the reason I have this theory that this is what happens is because I don't get breakouts. I occasionally get humongous big ones on my face, but probably only about 3 or 4 times a year. But the one place I regularly suffer from breakouts from is my bottom. And she's built like Kendall Jenner, so really slim. So the conditioner, when you rinse off, clings to her back. I'm a bit more Khloe Kardashian in the sense that I've got a sway back and a bit of a bubble butt. So as the conditioner comes off, it misses my back really, and I'm convinced it
takes residence.
And takes residence in, what did you call it, my cleft?
Cleft, a little crevice.
Crevice. Either way, it's not a pleasant thing, but I promise I'd tell the truth on the Beauty Know-It-All. And that's why I use the stronger 15%, because if you do get occasional breakout on your shoulder or your chin, providing you contain it to where the breakout is and you don't let it trickle anywhere, sensitive, it's brilliant. You can go for a stronger salicylic or a glycolic on your body. Yeah. What are you cleansing your skin with? Because I'm convinced as well, we've shared a room on holiday and I've sent you back out to cleanse your skin because I've heard this and the cleansing wipers come out and then she's sort of fallen into bed. I'm like, no, get back and wash your skin and exfoliate your skin properly.
Yeah, and that's also what you were saying about not properly washing things off, is when, if you get spots within your hairline as well, that's normally because you're not washing your face like all the way to
because you wash your face and you're worried about getting your hair wet if you don't want to wash your hair the whole time, so you end up with a little bit of soapy residue around here, and I think that can really harbour bacteria as well.
So at the moment I'm using this Weleda cleansing lotion, which is for problem skin. It's very just I put it on a cotton pad and wipe it over, and it actually does get off all the makeup, which is good, and it's just very calming. It's not it's not kind of like an astringent or anything.
Overly stripping.
It just kind of, I feel like it gives me a good base to then do the other stuff afterwards.
The other thing I recommended to you was, I think a lot of people when they get breakouts is you tend to put more concealer on, and it's obvious why. You want to cover your skin, but concealer, 9 times out of 10 concealer is mineral oil based, and mineral oil can be really occlusive. So what you're doing is you're getting an itch, scratch, itch, you're getting a breakout, you're covering it up with concealer, it sits under the oil all day and it gets worse. And one thing that I do is I use mineral makeup. I introduced you to mineral makeup and your skin improved dramatically, didn't it?
Yeah, ever since I've stopped using the thick full coverage foundations, and I've, you know, it was a process. I had to get used to not having quite so much on my skin, that kind of barrier that you're used to every day. But it is improved a lot, just having the mineral powder.
The only problem is mineral powders tend not to conceal spots that well, so you have to go through a phase of thinking, I'm just going to suck it up and not cover my spots, and it is tough. But I do think the more concealer you tend to put on spots, unless you can find a concealer with salicylic acid in, which you can, Rimmel do one called Hide the Blemish, then you're kind of almost putting back all the bacteria and trapping in all the bacteria. And putting oil into your skin, which is the last thing your oil needs.
And two other things that I've done that aren't product based, but I've stopped. I pointed out I used to touch my face a lot throughout the day, and obviously that is kind of germs and stuff on your hands, so I've stopped trying to do that. And also if I'm working from home, I don't put anything on.
Yeah, don't wear makeup.
I just whenever I can
have makeup free days.
Yeah, exactly, to try and give my skin a breather.
Let's talk about your other cleanser, this one here, which I really like.
Oh yeah.
So one thing that you're often told to do when you have really bad skin is to exfoliate. But I think old grainy scrubs are not the way to exfoliate your skin. You're already using a BHA, so your salicylic acid is already exfoliating your skin, but the side effect of that is you can end up with slightly dry patches on your skin.
Yeah, so what I've been using is this Josie Moran Argan exfoliating powder, and it's just a little...
It's a rice starch powder, so it's a little bit like the Dermatologica Daily Microfoliant, which is a super gentle physical exfoliant.
Yeah, and I just use that...
you start with that in your hand now.
I know, that's fine, I'm professional. No. I've probably not been using it as much as Nadine recommends that I should, just because I think you can use it daily.
Yeah, I really do. But it's super gentle.
It says it's gentle.
It says daily. Look, it says gentle daily.
But yeah, it's really good, and it's also
2 masters and a degree. But we can't read the outside of our cleansing packaging.
I know. I will in the future, but yeah, it's been really good. It's not. It doesn't leave my skin feeling really tight.
No.
And irritated.
Nothing should leave your skin feeling tight, even if you've got spots.
And also as well, I know that using those beaded exfoliators are considered
an eco-disaster. Yeah, they're all going into the ocean. It's a nightmare.
Environment
too. Finally, I have just recently, and hello, written about this book. It's by a skincare dermatologist, laser expert in the UK called Dr Nick Lowe, who I trust implicitly. He really knows his stuff. And it's called Perfectly Clear, the Perfect Guide to Clear Skin, and it's $14.99 and it's published by Matador. It's 122 pages, but it's written for people like you and I, and it's got lots of pictures in. And basically what it does is it allows you to grade your acne. So it has pictures of different grades of acne. It says that there's no such thing as occasional outbreaks. It should all be labelled as acne. Don't be frightened to own the term acne, and seek advice as soon as possible, because people don't, and they wait for their skin to scar, and the minute it scars, it's so much harder to treat. Then you have to get lasers involved. So it's a way of grading your acne with pictures. It's a way of introducing you. It's got a brilliant list of all the active ingredients you should be looking out for, whether you're buying them over the counter or whether you're going to the dermatologist. It talks in a language that you can talk to your doctor about if your GP isn't that sympathetic. And then it lists all the clinic treatments you can have as well, because there are an increasing number of clinical treatments. It basically says that nobody should be suffering from their skin, and 122 pages, $14.99. It's really easy to understand. 3 cheers to Dr Nick Lowe and Dr Philippa Lowe, that's his daughter, who he co-wrote it with. It's just a really easy guide. He's actually got a range of anti-spot, anti-acne products that are available now called Occurrence, but I haven't tried them yet. If I ever get the chance, I'll pass them on to Simone and she can report back for you. This is the Beauty Know-It-All. This is all about breakouts and spots. I hope we can help, whether you're like me and you've got the occasional huge annoying breakout, or whether you're battling daily with more diffuse tiny breakouts. Any questions you've got, ask below. Tell me about products that you know, that you've tried, that you love, that you think works. And also, if you've got any questions for Simone as well, Simone can easily answer your questions as well, because by sharing knowledge, that's how we all become beauty know-it-alls, or in Simone's case, mini beauty know-it-alls, who has learnt one thing today, and that is
to read the packaging.